And this was going to compete with Turkey Rama.
They don't swallow it, they spit it out. It's okay.
"25 years ago, people didn't talk about Pinot Noir. There was rarely Pinot Noir on a wine list. Maybe it was obscurely over with other kind of strange reds.
Pinot Noir was not the household name that it is now in 1987.
In the mid-'80s, the wine industry was certainly starting to feel like it was more than just people sitting together and trying to solve the immediate problems of growing grapes and making wine.
When I was first approached by some downtown business people to get involved in a wine event, they had in mind sort of a wine carnival, 3rd Street, do it, booths on 3rd Street and this and that. And I talked to some winery people, and they said no. They wanted to do something, if they did anything, they wanted to be as classy as possible.
We were always, as a small group, scheming and trying to figure out a twist or some way to get more recognition for Oregon and for Pinot Noir. The celebration was really a real key ingredient to it all. Let's bring people together to celebrate this grape.
It was going to be an Oregon Pinot celebration, and then maybe Northwest, maybe invite Washington, maybe not.
It really was a stroke of genius for the founders of the IPNC to invite people from other regions because it put us on that international playing field.
You know, starting an event like the IPNC really helped bring folks from far away to share ideas, to not just talk to consumers about what we do, but to truly network and push each other to do better and better work.
Sort of like the way that a conversation can transcend a language barrier, Pinot Noir can also transcend a language barrier. And you may you may not understand French, but if you're drinking wine from a French winemaker and your personalities click, your palate will click with that wine.
The thing that I enjoy is all the different winemakers from around the world that are using the same grape.
Somehow the barriers just naturally break down in Oregon, as they would not if we held the event in New York or San Francisco. You know, that's something magical I can't really explain. It just happens. IPNC has created it, and I think it has to do with the people involved and the collegiality of the people.
This was a Baptist college with a history of, you know, abstinence, and yet they were the perfect venue. There were a number of conservative Baptists who were saying, we don't want people drinking on campus. One of the board members, I think Frank Spears, convinced the more conservative members by telling them, this is a tasting. They don't swallow it, they spit it out. It's okay.
We had a media guest write once that the IPNC was the United Nations of Pinot Noir. And I always loved that kind of title, because there's something very special about standing back and seeing people literally from all over the world engaging in something that is not just communal but joyous.
Do I have any special memories of IPNC? Yeah, I got a wife out of the deal.
You know, underneath all that frivolity is some seriously great wine and great winemakers there, and really great food.
Come the end of the event this year, if you ask me if I'll come back, I'll say I don't know, because I'm going to be real tired. But then in about 6 months, I'll start to think, it's almost time for IPNC. I wonder who's going to be there this year. And then as it gets closer and closer, I get excited. So now I'm at the, okay, it's exciting. Okay, everyone's going to be there.